with P Diddy and P Diddy and anyone like him that are doing these things to people, violating people physically, abusing their power, all these things, they need to be got. But here's the problem with that. As I said earlier, you're going at the gatekeepers. You're not going at the gate. What about the people above him that are really pulling the strings and doing things? What about those people? That's what you need to get. If you're going to get them all. But that's not how it works. You know, that's why they're in the position they are for a reason. They're pretty much, and it shows, untouchable. But the little gatekeepers that we think have all this power and so strong, they're really not. You see what's happening to him now. You see what happened to Kelly. Kelly's not even in prison for what he did and was doing with these young girls. People knew it. People that worked with him knew it. Everyone knew it for a long time. He's even low key bragged about it. So people should knew something was wrong when he married Aaliyah at 15, and then they annulled the marriage or something after a while. But yeah, people should knew something was wrong then. But people just turned when that tape came out. When the tape came out with the young girl, and the main reason he got off because when she was at court, she was grown. Because that does affect things. Like you look older than what you are now, you know, all that silly stuff. He got off of 21 counts. That's because his power was still strong. He was still able to be used. But people have said on many interviews that are on the inside of the situation, said once he started seeing that the powers that be were stealing his music and putting it out without his permission, and then he also asked about his masters. Once he did that, he overstepped. Now he's dealing with what he's dealing with. He just lost an appeal too recently. But at the same time, Harvey Weinstein, they closed all his counts, whatever, except for one. When many people came forward what he did, see the difference? Yeah, you see the difference? It's different. It's different when you got the complexion for the protection. It's not fair across the board. They all should be got. They all should be under the jail, in my opinion. But that's not how it works. And then these fools need to learn that you go selling your soul. What do you think is going to happen? The devil's going to come to collect eventually. Like what's the old saying here? You get by, but you don't get away. And if it don't come out in the wash, it's going to come out in the rinse, but eventually it's all going to get cleaned. So there's that.